If you're just getting started on eBay and you're wondering why does eBay limit how many items I can sell, or maybe you're ready to scale but you're stuck hitting that limit. Well, my friends, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to increase your eBay selling limits fast, the right way in 2005. This is a beginner friendly, no fluff, no blah, blah, blah. And you don't need to be some expert seller to do it, all right? You don't have to be expert. By the end of this video, you will know exactly why selling limits exist, how to build trust with eBay, and the best way to actually request higher limits with scripts and examples. So let's just not waste time and go straight to it, all right? Okay, so step number one, and probably the most important if you want to increase your eBay selling limits quickly, is to prove that you are a trustworthy seller. And that starts with product performance. One of the best things you can do as a beginner is track what you're listing, what's selling and what's not selling, because that gives you a clear view of your progress. And more importantly, eBay looks at your past 30 days of sales activity when deciding if you're ready, to get higher limits. What does that actually mean? eBay doesn't just randomly decide who gets more room to sell. It's based on your recent performance, mainly how many items you sold and how smoothly those sales went and whether customers were happy. That's very important. So if your account is active, making steady sales, shipping on time, and keeping buyers satisfied, well, that tells eBay that you're doing a good job. And when they see that, they're more likely to increase your limits. But here's where most beginners get stuck. They list random products and nothing sells. And if nothing sells, there's no activity for eBay to evaluate. That's where this trick comes in. You want to focus on what we call traffic products, and make sure to add at least a few of these products to your dropshipping store. These items are designed to help you build a strong sales record and increase your overall eBay seller metrics. So what exactly are traffic products? Well, they are low-cost, high-demand items that sell quickly and consistently. Think of them as your store's foot traffic generator. Like, they might not bring huge profits per sale, but they help you boost your sales volume, feedback score, and trust with eBay's algorithm. And the reason these products are so powerful is because they will help you generate quick, consistent sales. And when those sales start coming in, even if the profit is small, your account builds momentum. Every order you fulfill, every tracking number you upload, and every piece of good feedback you get, well, it all adds up to your sales history. And that, my friends, that sales history is what eBay uses to decide, hey, can we trust this seller with more listings and higher selling limits? So instead of guessing what to sell or uploading 20 random items that just sit there, use tools like Seek Analytics to find proven in-demand products, because that way you're building your account in a way that eBay likes it, and you're setting yourself up faster, like for a faster growth. Anyway, I hope that you're enjoying this video so far. There's a lot to come, still a lot of information. Yeah, because if you actually like this video, let me know, because we can make more content like this, And again, if you want to use the tools, the research tools that I've been using and that I'm going to use in this video, you can try Seek Analytics for just $1 for the first week. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. All right. Anyway, step number 2 is to be a great communicator. You don't need to go over the top, but replying fast to buyer messages can seriously impact your account health. So try to respond within 24 hours or even less if you can. Always be polite, even if the buyer is a little off. Sometimes it's hard, but you gotta do it. Anyway, give updates if there's like a delay. All right, and let me give you just a bonus tip here. Set up auto replies inside eBay or using your automation or monitor tool. And what I mean by that, you can, just type something like, hey, thanks for your message. I'll get back to you shortly. Because that lets the buyer know that you're active, and eBay sees that too. Good service means fewer complaints, stronger seller performance, and more trust, which leads to higher limits. Next up, let's just talk about those dreaded cases like returns, item not received, damage in shipping, and so on, because you're gonna face these eventually, and that's just part of the game. But the secret is how you handle them. If someone opens a return, do not panic. It's fine. Just approve it quickly, communicate kindly, and get it resolved. If someone says that they didn't receive the item, check the tracking right away. If tracking shows delivered, check with the supplier. And if it was in fact delivered, make sure to appeal the case with eBay. If it's delayed, just update the buyer and communicate with your supplier. Simple, guys. Like always communicate. All right. This is the key thing to do here. Here's a big one. Never let cases escalate to eBay, because once eBay steps in and signs against you, that leaves a mark on your account called defect. All right, they call it like a defect. And I don't know if you know about this, but that can slow down your limit increases or even get denied in some cases. So yes, fast, calm, and helpful. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. All right. There are always going to be hard customers to deal with. It's true. But our job is to make it seem as effortless as possible. The next one sounds a bit boring. Is shipping. Because yes, shipping might sound boring, but it's actually a huge factor in eBay's eyes. If you say you will ship in 1 day, my friends, you got to ship in 1 day, or you'll start getting flagged for late shipments. You just have to keep it realistic. And here's what most beginners get wrong. They set their handling time based on what they want, not what their supplier can actually do. So if you're drop shipping from Amazon, AliExpress, or any wholesale site, always check how long it takes them to process and ship orders. Then set your eBay handling time to match, or even give yourself 1 or 2 extra days as a buffer. I do that and it works perfectly. Under promise, over deliver. Anyway, use tracking numbers every single time. eBay just loves tracking. It's a fetish. I don't know if I can say that, but it is. It's tracking. Just loves. But also buyers love tracking. I think everyone loves tracking, which is weird, but everyone wins, right? If you're drop shipping, just make sure to use an automation or monitor tool so that you don't miss out on any tracking information, and to help you avoid getting negative feedback. Especially if you are using Amazon as a supplier, you will need to convert those Amazon tracking numbers, and this feature is available in some product monitors in the market. Don't forget that, all right? Okay, my friends, in general, you are allowed to request a limit increase from eBay every 30 days. So, for example, if your current limit is 100 items per month, you can ask for an increase after 30 days. And then you might think, okay, I'll list all 100 today. Well, that is definitely not the move, all right? Space your listings out across the month. Like literally divide the selling limit number by the number of days you plan to list in the month. And you may ask why? Well, because if you max out your limit too fast, eBay sees that as a risky behavior, especially if you're new. But if you slowly build over time, it sends a signal that you're stable, active, and responsible. Not just someone who doesn't care and just wants to list hundreds of items without providing good experiences for the buyers, all right? You are not running a sprint. You are building a store which has to be run like a marathon. Please remember that as well. Just think long term, and believe me, that will get you rewarded. And if you're serious about growing, you'll want to upgrade your account to a business account, and it's totally free. All right, it opens more doors, and then you're going to be able to add a business name there. You're going to be able to separate your personal info from your store. You're going to get access to more eBay tools down the road. You're going to grow faster with fewer limits over time. And honestly, it only takes a few minutes to switch. So you can just head over to your account settings and just follow these steps right here. This is what you have to do. You got to log in into your eBay account, all right? And then you go to account settings, okay? And then you click personal information, and then you found account type. All right, once you find account type, and you have to click edit, and then you choose business account. In this case, I already have a business account, so the option does not appear for me. And then what you have to do, you just have to fill your business information and save. And basically that's it. You're now set up as a business seller.
If you don't have the option to edit your account type, like in this case where the edit button doesn't exist, simply chat with eBay seller support and ask them to give you access to change your account type.
Even if you are a one-person show right now, setting up like this, setting up a business from the start will make things way easier. All right. This video has been packed with real ready-to-use tips to help you grow your eBay account. And we're just down to the final topic of how to actually request higher limits. And if you've gotten value so far, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And what's coming next, we always create such helpful content, really, and without cost. So now let's talk about actually getting those limits raised. All right, eBay doesn't always do it automatically. Sometimes you need to ask, and it's pretty simple. So basically you got two options here. Option number one is to go to live chat. You just go to your seller hub, and then on the top left right here you click help and contact, and then you scroll all the way down and hit this contact us button, and then click on selling, and then create listings. And then on the left side, click on chat with our automated assistant. And then what you do is you just start a conversation. If he comes with an automated message saying that you have to take care of some other matter or whatever, just ignore it. So you can check it later and just keep going so you can ask them to increase your selling limits, all right? And the second option is to call eBay. And basically it's the same process, but you select the phone call option. And for me, it's the best option of them all. It's much easier to connect with the person on the other side. The problem with this option is that almost never appears. So anyway, they will call you back or connect to you an agent, and usually they call you back like in 2 minutes. Now, sometimes there's also the possibility that eBay is not allowing any calls from the platform. At least they don't provide an option, as you can see in here. You see that? And here's where you have to make a Google search for eBay's number. And usually it's the first option right away, but I would try a couple, until you get the right one. And you might be thinking, okay, whatever, they picked the call, what should I say? Here's a quick script. All right, we can leave this quick script in the description below, but basically it's like this. Hi, I've been selling for whatever months. I have good feedback and I've been consistently meeting my shipping and customer service standards. And I would like to request an increase in my selling limits so I can grow my store. I have multiple products to list and this limit is not enough. Could you help me with that, please? And then they might ask how, you fulfill orders, what kind of items you're selling, all these things, if you have tracking numbers and so on. But just be honest and confident with your answer, all right? And also, one more thing. If you're calling eBay and then on the first call, the agent didn't provide you an increase, then just hang up the phone. Wait like a couple minutes, 2-3 minutes, and call again. You will get another agent, and that one might increase your limits, your desire, all right? And if that doesn't, work, just keep trying a few more times, because persistence is the key here. Anyway, so that's how you increase your eBay selling limits the smart way. You just got to stay consistent, sell the right products, take care of your buyers, and grow gradually. Then, when you're ready, request a limit increase with confidence. Remember, it's not about rushing, it's about showing eBay that you are reliable. Thank you so much for watching. Keep moving forward, and I'll see you next time.